Hello everyone, my name is Oliver. I'm 7 years old. Let's read with teacher Prince Duet. Matter and senses. Everybody, welcome back to the Over American textbook reading. We're changing the subject with this new lesson. Physical science. What talking about now? Lesson 12. Matter and senses. In this you discover people use senses to learn about matter. Let's talk about senses first. Talk about 5 different senses. You can see idea about senses can on here. 4 pictures. Error 1. You picture us using 5th sense. Taste, hearing, smell, sight, and they are touching something. I have 5 senses. Matter. What's matter? Talk about that a little bit more. How word matter? Everything that's around you, all the objects you can touch, smell, see, hear. Those are all matter. Let's talk about the senses first. So talk about is hearing. Picture of the boy, right? He's listening. He's trying to hear something. Hearing is a sense. Listening is a verb. To listen is a sense. Hearing is the ability to hear. You can hear some detect sound. You can hear it. Hearing tells you how to learn about things around it. To learn about environment. 1 sense. Second 1 sight. Human we rely on our sight probably the most of any other sense. Sight is very important to humans. We need to see different colors, faces to know who's who, to see it. It's sight to see. First, going to school, need to see the bus number, to see taxi, the subways. We use our sight all the time. As playing video game, your computer, the right sight. Sight probably the most common sense that use. Sight, of course, is the ability to see something. See something, and look at it. You watch something. You are using your sense of sight. Come to our third sense. Third sense is smell. Smell the perfume in the air. Springtime. Smell flowers. Smell is a sense of being aware of things through one nose. Your things of being aware of things through one nose. Sometimes your brother hear his shoes, become aware of your brother's feet hang through your nose. By right, feet smell. Either smell can be good, smell can also be bad. Smelling is and being able to be aware of something through your nose. Have good scent, good smell. Like for example, there's a flower. That's good smell. Odor feet, that's bad smell. Bad smell. Let's move on. Taste, there are good taste and bad taste as well. Taste is sense being aware of a flavor or something. She's a very talented chef, very talented cook. She's tasting what she's cooking to see is good or not. Hopefully a good taste and not a bad taste. Taste is using your tongue really in your mouth to be aware of flavor. Of course, our tongue is the organ that we use to sense, to taste something. If something is sweet, is sour, is bitter, what does it exactly taste like? The tongue for that, the sense of taste. Move on to our final 5th sense. 5th sense, not talking about here. Number 5, touch. Touch a lot, don't really think about it much. They think about it that eyesight, nose for smelling, ears for hearing, mouth and the tongue for tasting, whole body for touching. And touching the thing to see stuff. Something again your face, you use your hand to touch something because your hand are used for that. So if you're touching something, touch your hand before you touch your face. Your hand are tougher than your face. And your arm, your legs, your toes, and always you use the sense of touch. Touch is the sense by which we feel something. So skin on your face, your dog face. How's up the first? You feel something with your hand. What is it? Spread the light. It's no light, or you can see and use your hand to feel something. Is the water hot or cold? Touch it with your toes and feel out how cold. Use our whole body, your skin, to use the sense of touch. Now let's talk about another word here better. We're talking about the 5 senses. About matter around us and to know about around us. It's called matter. A mood has weight, take up space. 2 main features of matter. 1, it takes up space like me. It exists. It takes up some 3-dimensional space in our world. It's something familiar. It weighs something. It's heavy. It's a feather. It's a very light. It still weighs. It still has some weight. A bit of weight. It's small. Don't have a lot of space. There's some space. Everything in our world has weight and takes space. It's matter. Yeah, everything really. And talk about matter. Talking about as adjective to describe as matter is like. After we can use the shape. I just said that's matter takes up space. It's a certain shape when it takes up a space. Now space has a type shape. Shape is the outer form of something. There is this making some short shape. It's round shape as you can see. And this shape here is a cone on the top. This is a cone shape. The block wood here. I see that. And that's a block. Say a block. I'm talking about the shape. About this shape here. Interesting shape. The shape is called a cylinder. A cylinder. Shape is cylinder. Lots of different shape. The outer form of something. One thing we didn't talk about matter and the shape of something. Let's talk about the color of something. Describe matter. And just talk about shape. Talk about what color is it. Talk of the being red, blue over here, or yellow or set. Lots of different color. Green, turquoise, or pale blue. And this also blue is purple. Different shape of blue here. Yellow, green, red, and purple. Different colors. Talk about matter and talk about describe them the color. Shape, talk about colors. Talk about size. Let's talk about size. How big is something? How large or small something is. A small, medium size, or large. Large, medium, small. How big is it? How large is it? How small is it? The witness asks about size. There's a nice try here. Talk the 5 different senses. The 5 senses here. Describe them. Like talk about before. Talk about the different body parts associating different senses. Sight. And use eyes to see things. Look at it. What color is it? The eyes to see. And sight is what shape is especially. Over here have hearing. Hearing our ears to hear. Or not use. Just sense hearing. Ears to hear what does something sound like. What kind of sound does it make? Over here have smell. Smell, of course, is associated with the nose, right? We smell something beautiful flower in a spring day. Brush with old socks, right? Every day. Just kidding. We use our senses to smell and detect, become aware of things through our sense of smell. It is taste. When it's insult with taste, third time. Tasting. When she's tasting, some could be, I think, ice cream. She's tasting. And ice cream on her lips, right? A good taste great. A good taste and bad taste. A good smell and bad smell. Because good taste, right? Lemon is sour taste. Lemon type of taste. Finally, I'll have fifth sentence about touch, right? Have time, don't think about it. Forget about that. You use our fingers for the senses touch. You use your whole body for touch. Touch something else in a part of your body. And the touch. So this first half is small pet, look like hamster. It's her hand. Just touching the hamster, very soft and fur and warm. The sense the things throughout sense after touch. A video associated with the senses. Her casket, hers up. I see what he's going to do. And happening here, he's okay. He's pointing to his eyes, his ears, eyes, and nose. His mouth is showing us a different five senses. Is it ear for hearing, eye for seeing, nose for smelling, mouth for tasting, and hand for touching? Those are different ways to sense matter. That's right. Thank you very much. Oh, go on now. Let's go the exercise. Talk about the different words. Match the words to the definition. The first one, the sense of being aware of things that one knows. Use your nose to become aware of something around you. What sense is that? It shows smell. That be correct. And the sense of smell. Okay, number 2. The sense of being aware of flavor. Use your tongue, right? You lick some ice cream or lick a lemon. How aware of the flavor of something. How does it taste? How does it taste? Oops. How does it taste? How does it taste? What is flavor? Is it flavor? Let's use this one in different ways. Flavor, how does it taste? If you come to know the of the question, what sense do you use? You should, of course, use your sense of taste. Use your tongue. What does it taste like? How does it taste? Number 3, dare to hear. You're going to sound. There's the word. Sound for matter. His creature sound. That's different sound. As you used to detect to become aware of that sound, your sense of hearing. Then moving on to number 4. Sound has weight, and weight takes space. I see taking a short break from the senses. Now these are senses to fix out things about taste. Something has weight. 2 more things has weight, and takes space. Takes space. What is that? Of course, it doesn't matter. All the things around you, every object that you can see, and you can hear, you can touch, you can taste. The smell of these things are matter. Okay, number 5. The scent in which we feel things. Feel something is hot, it's cold, it's soft, it's rough, it's smooth. The scent I'm talking about here is of course touch. Then normally use our finger in our hand. Feel things, you use your whole body to feel something. You should use our fingers, make our toes. It's hot. Cold water you see is hot or cold. A sense of touch. Number 6. to see. And of course, the most important since it's commonly used sense for people. You talk about that. That's of course sense of sight. The things I say that called top time. As it's most important for people. Some animals they don't rely on the sense of sight. Dogs, they very commonly their eyes, their sense smell. They to smell different scent. Figure out a person is true. It's rubber. The rubber and throat don't smell the same. Dog can find out very quickly. Usually when they go around, smell and feel, look out into sight. Look the faces, they will see the stone, that's rubber. And the nose, different animals use different senses find out about matter in the world. Okay, let's move on. Have a nice try. Comparing things. Compare things, look at different types of matter and use our senses to find out how things are the same or how they are different. Let's take a look. Sense. The scent over here, which is side or touch, and the object teddy bear. You can see use a side to find out some adjective. You can use touch to describe it. Plus doll over here is side to cover each adjective for a scent touch to come up. So let's compare. Saying touch of teddy bear. A teddy bear. I can find out about it. Here's our sense of sight. And find out its teddy bear is large and brown. And size and its color. A size and color. And talk. Use our sense of touch. And what does it feel like? A texture or rough. It's not smooth. It's kind of rough. It's rougher. Less material. Sticking out is rough. And look at plastic doll. Compare with the teddy bear. First off a size. It's small. It's smaller than the teddy bear. The size is different. It's blue. It's brown. It's dark blue. Here, the short brown. It's similar there. You see, and you sense sight. Brown. It's also blue and yellow down here. So a little bit different sense of sight to find out these different scents. For touch, it's the teddy bear feel rough. Touch the smooth plastic teddy bear doll. Say the best smooth. It's also plastic is smooth, has smooth surface with good chalk. Idea of samples of how we use our senses to find out about things around us. And look about things and compare things, how they're different. You can see the different features of things that are around our senses. Okay, let's take a look at some pictures here. A little bit of test and say that the picture to fit how the graph by the part we use to sense the thing in each picture. Have a picture look like some kind of lunch food. This is a wrap. A chicken wrap have vegetables in there too to eat lunch and to find out about this food. About the part I'm going to use find out about this food. Want to know what this tastes like. It tastes like. Use your ears. Take the food mask in your ears. No, don't do that. Or use your mouth. Take the food, put it in your mouth. It's sure. Good. You use your mouth. That's crazy. And listen to it. Any sound? No, don't make sound. Put in your mouth. Taste because have flavor. And find what the flavor is. Over here, a picture talking about fire. Here, I'm talking the fire. This truck here and this truck. I think that this kind of fire truck is going toward fire to get there fast, right? Go there very quickly. Here's the top. Whew. Very loud noise. So what part of body I'm going to use in here? Fire truck coming. Means ears first. is here a long time before we see it. As touch it has actually done her very fast. Then will and touches the pack you when you over. And it just after is. I wouldn't be silly. Of course, use our ears to hear that sound a long time before we see it. A loud noise. Is this some interesting shape? And this, of course, perfume. As in mother rooms, be careful, don't come your mother room. I said, you can go into your room, and that you buy stuff like this. And these are different types of perfume. What do you perfume for? Perfume for? Take a little bit of perfume, put in your finger, put on her neck, both sides, on her wrist. Why? Because she wants to smell good. It is a kind of sense. If you put perfume on your body, then you smell good. Hand cap perfume. I learned about what does smell like. Use our mouth. Let them put perfume on your tongue. It's terrible. Use your nose a little bit. And your finger, you smell it. Put on your finger, open the bottle. You can smell the perfume. And wash your mouth. It's okay. Now get it's true. And start smell her perfume. Okay, so put out true for false version. Again, send this true. Turkey is false. Circle F. Number 1. All things in the world are made of matter. It's lots of far. It's right here. Everything, everything now we can see. We can hear. Here we can touch, smell, and taste. These things are made of matter. It's some type of space in the world is matter. Everything. All things that know and things look at around you is matter. Number 2. Sight is the ability to hear. That strengthens it. It's false. Sight is to hear. T to see. So that's wrong and false. Okay, number 3. Smell. It's a scent. You smell with your hand. That's not true. Right? You don't smell with your hand. Perfume. Right? You use your nose to smell something. You smell with your nose, not your hands. You smell with your nose. That's false. This your nose, not your hand. That's false. That's 2 cents. Be careful. That's true. With your hand. That's false. Have to count both sentences, not just one sentence. A wrap for the vocabulary learning stage. Learn get church right now. And look at the reading after the break. See you soon. Okay, welcome back to go over the reading part for lesson 12, matter and senses. Start with the topic sentence. The top sentence is, people use senses to learn about matter. The student passages will be about how we use our senses to find out things about matter. There are 5 senses. There's them here. There are 5 sentences. There are 5 senses. Is a colon here. And the colon going to list things. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. There are 5 senses. The sentence holds them a colon. The 5 senses: hearing, sight, down here, smell over here, taste, and touch. And there are 5 senses. It's right here. Also see the course picture down here. I touch the 5 senses. Talk about this. Let's talk about each one in turn. There's more details. There's some more about each of the senses. Hearing is the ability to hear. That's your ears with your ears to hear. You use your hearing. Yes, nice dogs makes which sounds. Woof, woof, that's my dog. Hip hip, the neighbor dog. Which dog is it? Use your hearing to recognize which dog makes which sound. which person make which sound, which car make which sound. Hearing pick out things around us. To see and hearings for each side for eyes. The same construction, the same part used all the sentences. Good writing. Then you recognize there's something is a small, a dark, or bright color in our sight to be able to figure those things. I have smell. Smell is a sense being aware of things with your nose. It's sentence. And it also says that part is so in a sense. A sentence constructs in each sentence. Each sentence, a sentence, not important. Go to write. Type passage. Keep the same structure. Keep the same good example. Flower smells sweet in spring. Use your sense of smell. Your brother soft smell bad every day. So for example, so smell is then being aware of things with your nose. Taste is the sense of being aware of flavor with your mouth. It's a mouth to detect taste. And you taste and recognize the food sweet, salty, sour, or bitter. That's when you start to recognize and about other food that's around us. A sense is touch. Touch is sense that we feel things with the skin on our fingers, on our cheek, with our toes. The skin touch for example, feel very soft and careful, but bite you very painful. We can use our skin and part our skin as touch. These five senses. The five senses I think that we will pick out materials. There's information about that. For example, can study, learn about shape, color, size of matter. What is the shape? Is it cold shape, block shape, or cylinder? What color is it? Red, yellow, or blue? What size is it? Is it big or small? These are same size. When talk about different things. Talking about here, learn to describe matter. So the things as heavy is light is talk about most different types of features, different types of matter. Let's go into a reading skill here. The class of five. The class of five. The five different senses. And people use senses to learn about matter. That's our topic sentence. And we give more detail. They are classified. The five senses, classify them, separate into groups with some details about each. Here are the different of the idea. Or here A. If you end up blank, the words for nose, skin, ear, sight. That is kind of easy because now have five senses. Hearing, smell, taste, touch. This one's missing. Choose sight. Is that correct? There is our ears, smell, our nose, there our tongue, touch, our skin, our fingers all over with our eyes. And that's one side. You see things in your eyes. Talking about. I hear things. You know, I just said that. A couple seconds ago. Our ears. Smell. With your one. Nose or skin. With our nose. Taste us. Don't taste with food with your mouth. And finally touch that thing with your skin. Things with your skin. Okay. Let's move on to some comprehension question. Question. 3 possible answer to that question. Number 1. Which sense can you use to know the size of something? How big is it? What sense do you use? There's a couple different senses. And 3 choices. Sight, hear, or taste. Is, of course, seen the small or big. That's the answer right. The here is a try here something can see. Especially imagine you're talking about a box. There's a box in your room. Here a small box, a big box. To them to find which is small box, big box. Can listen all day. Have fingers out. Taste and lick the boxes to see which one's bigger and more. It's crazy. Use sight and way. Also, of course, use the sense of touch. That's not one of the choices here. You could feel them. As the big one is a small one. Touch is not here. The sight. Properly can. Number 2. How does a cat fur feel? Talk about that. Hit the cat. Put your hand on the back of the cat and you feel its fur on the body. A. Bitter and black. A strange, right? Bitter has to do with taste. So this feeling, that's taste. Black is a color, as it looks like. That's how it feels. It is obviously incorrect. Be very soft, as your sense of touch on the cat fur. And you can see this feel very soft and find that out. Her sense of touch is see what those feel like. See sweet. Sweet has to do with taste. Rough is type feel. Sweet doesn't fit. It's wrong. It's correct. You want to know how the cat tongue feel? You put your finger on your cat tongue. It's very rough. And then you will using your same touch how to distribute. Have fur here, fur very soft. Okay, let's move on. With the 5 senses, you can study what? What can you study in your 5 senses? Hearing, sight, smell, taste, matter. Okay. Besides shape, color, and taste of matter. See that matter with your taste and smell. This cup things 1. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Here. Like guys here. Like your 5 senses, you can study hearing of matter, sight of matter, smell of matter, taste of matter. I might do these things here. See, this smell has chicken vision. That's correct. This I cannot study the hearing of matter. That means you can study how matter hears. This term makes sense. Matter turned here. What about big? Study this side. How big something is. It looks like. Color. What color is it? And taste. What does it taste like? Matter. It's true. And these different features of matter. Your 5 senses. Different here. And these features of matter. And not studying how matter hears, how matter sees. As all things some matter. Your computer doesn't hear. It doesn't make sense. You can see the size of your computer, read the shape of your computer, study the color and the taste of your computer. Probably doesn't taste very good. Just study these things using your 5 senses. See, when you taste, yes, just makes sense. The size of matter with your taste or smell, it doesn't make sense. When you taste something, you recognize if the food is what? Salty, sweet, sour, or bitter. That's the answer about little wow. I find that food salty, is sweet, sour, or bitter, or taste. There different type of taste. B. Red, blue, green, or yellow. Can taste red, taste blue. No, that's silly. That's crazy. You can't do that. And taste something that's loud, or soft, near, or far. That's very silly. So these are all taste. So this is sour or bitter. Then can use our sense of taste can recognize these things about our food. Okay. On the final side, a chart here. Look at this chart before. High memory. Talking about 5 senses. These are 5 senses. Learn about matter around us. The star over here have our eye looking at something. We can use this sense to figure out the color something, shape something, how big something is. What sense is that? Sight. Important sense for a human being. Over here, he's listening for something. Listen. Now pick up the